There are three basic types of surface non-metal mines: sand and gravel, quarry, and dredging. The production method used at a mine depends on the location of the deposit and the surface conditions surrounding the site. Your mine may use one or more methods to extract materials.
Sand and gravel operations provide materials for construction, landscaping, water treatment, and many other uses. These operations are located where deposits of aggregate, sand, or other industrial minerals are found. Typical activities at sand and gravel operations include excavating, loading, hauling, stockpiling, and feeding crushers. Quarry operations provide stone, cement, and aggregate materials for construction and other projects. The technical distinction between sand and gravel and quarry operations is that quarries are generally drilled and blasted rather than dug out with excavators or loaders. However, in reality, the two terms are used interchangeably in many locations. You'll probably see drilling, blasting, pushing, and feeding crushers and truck hauling at most quarry sites. Dredging techniques are used in or near streams, lakes, or other sources of water. Conveyor belts can usually move more material faster than trucks, and they are more energy efficient. Many conveyors move 500 to 600 tons of material an hour, traveling 250 feet a minute. The top idler rollers, called troughing rollers, keep the belt moving smoothly throughout the conveyor system. The bottom idler rollers keep the return belt in place. Take-up, or gravity take-up pulleys, are used throughout the system to keep the belt tight. Also, notice that there are safety cords on both sides of the conveyor. Pulling the cord shuts down the belt and any equipment feeding the belt. Another safety feature required on conveyor belts is the guarding around drive motors, pulleys, rollers, and other exposed moving machine parts. Signs are also posted to warn of potentially dangerous situations. The walkway is made of grating to prevent slipping. A handrail is provided for safety. The emergency shutdown cord is easily accessible and located at the height of the troughing rollers, so a person falling toward the conveyor would trip the cord and shut down the system. Warning signals or sirens are generally used before starting a conveyor belt to warn anyone near the system that the conveyor will begin to operate. Some conveyors, called radial stackers, move or swing to allow the stockpile to become larger without moving material with a loader or truck. These conveyors are moving materials into stockpiles for temporary storage. Loaders will move materials from this stockpile to over-the-road trucks for delivery to the customer. These stockpiles can be made up of either raw materials or a finished product. Feeders or hoppers are used to feed the crusher or belt with material. Haul trucks or loaders usually load the feeders. There are cone, jaw impact, and other types of crushers used to break up rock into usable sizes. As the rock comes out of the crusher, screens may be used to separate the rock by size. For example, the rock coming out of a crusher may go through a 4-inch screen, meaning that all rocks smaller than 4 inches will fall through the screen and be moved to another area for stockpiling or processing. Rocks too large to go through the screen may be routed to another crusher for further processing. Crushers crush or break material into manageable sizes for the mining operation. Screens are used to sift the material into different sizes, which can then be moved by conveyors to a storage area or for further processing. They can run dry, where material is screened and crushed for use as road base, or wet, where material is washed and screened for use as construction material aggregates. Some rock, for example construction material aggregates, must be washed and screened before it can be used. Wash plants use water and equipment to remove the clay from the sand and gravel. The rock and sand are then separated and sold for different applications. The water used to wash the rock is moved to settling ponds for reuse.
There is a lot of activity around a mine site. It's critically important that each miner be aware of the surroundings and act responsibly and safely. You'll receive on-site training on the safety procedures and potential hazards at your mine.